You would never believe by the lack of crowds that I'm actually having clams and spaghetti in this beautiful square, sipping Prosecco in Venice. Cheers.
Cannaregio is a historic neighborhood in Venice that is often quieter and less crowded than other areas of the city. Its 500-year history is a rich story of one of the world's oldest Jewish quarters. Venice is divided into 6 neighborhoods known as sestieri. The sestieri of Cannaregio is located in the northern part of the city and is easily accessible by Vaporetto or a scenic 10-minute stroll from the train station. Today, the neighborhood is ideal for wandering its canal-side streets, enjoying the romantic ambiance of many restaurants, or being blown away by the rich history.
If you're arriving to Venice from the train station, you're gonna wanna know how to manage the different water taxis, vaporettos, traghetti, gondolas. It can all be sort of confusing. So first of all, a vaporetto is a water bus, and those are the biggest sort of boats that you see going up and down the canal. The smaller boats are called traghetti, and they typically dart across the canals, and those stops are a little harder to find out. And the most expensive option is going to be taking a water taxi. So from the train station, a water taxi to St. Mark's Square will typically cost you around €100.
You can easily book your transportation tickets online ahead of time and load up a prepaid transportation card. If you need to buy tickets in person, the ticket office is on the left side as soon as you walk out of the train station. All tickets and passes need to be validated before getting on the water bus, and you can easily do that by tapping before entering the water bus station. Now you can purchase a single ticket for €9.50, and the ticket is valid for 75 minutes. The better value is to get a full-day transportation pass for €25. A 2-day transport pass is €35, and there's even more value if you're there for 3 days for a 3-day transport pass for €45. There's clearly a lot of value in buying a transportation pass, and you can easily tap your card and be footloose and fancy-free for your vacation in Venice.
So if you're taking the vaporetto or the water buses to your hotel, there's a couple of different main lines that you should be aware of. Basically, number 1 and number 2 go up and down the Grand Canal, and number 2 is sort of the express line. The vaporetto stops or the water bus stops are marked in yellow. They'll have the name of the stop and a letter corresponding to the direction that that water bus is traveling in.
During the busy summer months, Vaporetto lines number 1 and number 2 can become super crowded. From the station, lines 5.1 and 5.2 go the long way around the island's perimeter in opposite directions. Line 5.1 is a great option because it takes you from the train station to San Marco, San Zaccaria.
We created the perfect route and plan to get you from A to Z. Check out the blog for great information on maximizing your time and increasing your fun. Before we start our day, hook me up with a like and subscribe so we can keep bringing you great content.
I'm gonna meet my buddy Giuliano, who leads food tours for us, and we're just gonna go around the city and try some good things. First stop with Giuliano is we're having the most traditional drink in Venice, the Spritz, which, you know, there's never a bad time for a Spritz, right? Even at this time of day. All right, so I decided to order the Select Spritz, which is unique to Venice. I can't have it in Rome or Florence or Milan. This is a Venetian tradition, so I'm pretty stoked to try this. Here we go, Giuliano.
So we say saluta,
Saluta.
which is health.
Health.
That's good.
Saluta.
It's nice association.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, I had no idea that there was a third sort of spritz, the Select Spritz, and I actually prefer it out of all 3. It is definitely the way Giuliano described. It's not as sweet as an Aperol and not as bitter as a Campari. This is my ideal spritz for sure. I'm already 1 spritz in, so what can go wrong?
Venetian Cicchetti are small, flavorful, bite-sized snacks or appetizers commonly served in traditional bars and taverns all over the city. These little morsels of goodness include a variety of ingredients such as seafood, vegetables, cheese, and meats, and they're typically enjoyed with a glass of wine or spritz.
If you want the real Venetian one, it's this one.
Okay, the bacala mantecato.
Yes.
So it's bacala, so salt cod,
Yes, marinated. Yes.
marinated in what?
Yes.
How is the mantecato? What is that?
Like,
Creamed, right? Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so I ordered some typical Cicchetti here. I ordered the bacala mantecato, which is reconstituted salt cod in a kind of a creamy sort of way here. And then this is a little typical baby octopus in a spicy tomato sauce. And of course, I'm gonna wash it down with an ombra, the local wine that's served in a little glass like this. So, ching ching.
Chilled.
So this one here is the bacala montecata. You definitely have to like seafood to order this one because you do get a strong seafood taste, but there is a creaminess to this that is really, really, really nice. I love a good octopus, and this one here is little baby octopus in a spicy tomato sauce. That one is money. Baby octopus is super, super tender, and you get a very soft, octopus flavor, which is quite nice. So I'm in Campo Santa Maria Nova in Giuliano's neighborhood. He described this as the sort of ideal square because there's a church, there's trees, there's a used bookstore, and we're in this beautiful restaurant, Antico Gatoleto. I was pretty pleased to meet the owner, Adriano, and I'm gonna have a pretty typical Venetian pasta dish, pasta vongole.
Yes, with clams.
Yeah.
With clams. Yeah.
With clams. And it's gonna be delicious, so.
Also, with a glass of Prosecco for sure. Salute.
Salute. Beautiful pasta there, topped with a little bit of parsley, right?
Yep.
You have the vongole, the clams, which are just kind of falling out of the shell, which is always a good sign.
Always.
And it's like a very simple sort of white wine sauce I see at the bottom, right?
Yep.
This looks amazing. Mortici buona. Dai paura. So good. This is exactly what the doctor ordered, I'll tell you that much. No food tour is complete without stopping for gelato at the end, and I'm here at Maison de la Crêpe in Venice. I know it doesn't sound very Venetian or Italian, but you know what? I'm just gonna go with the recommended place by my buddy Giuliano, and I'm gonna have some local gelato. It's kind of the cool thing about this place is you can order crepes, gelato, cannoli, so you have a little bit of a choice of different options. Oh, this is a gelato of all gelatos. Look at, I am a king now. I am a Venetian Doge now. Look at this. So I got the Bonti gelato here on the bottom, which is fashioned after one of my favorite candy bars, coconut and chocolate, and then the hazelnut gelato right on top. That's it. Give this a little bit of a try because it's already starting to drip a little bit. Oh yeah. Buonissimo. If you want to get off of the St. Mark's to Rialto Bridge shuffle and off the beaten path, then come check out the Cannaregio section of town, or the Cannaregio Sestieri. Historically, it's home to the Jewish people. Now, this is one of the oldest Jewish ghettos in all of Europe. It dates back from 1516 and lasted until the dissolution of the Venetian Empire in 1797. You can see that it's pretty quiet, it's quaint, it's home to Venice's skyscrapers because the Jews had no choice but to build up. And when you're exploring Cannaregio, don't forget to go to the fundamentas, or the canal banks, because that's where you will find the different Cicchetti bars, and they make for an excellent evening out.
Here you can step into a history that tells the rich culture of the approximately 5,000 Jewish people that lived in this neighborhood. It was so well known in Europe that William Shakespeare set one of his plays, The Merchant of Venice, right here.
I'm gonna take you to the Fundamenta and show you where all the Cicchetti bars are.
If you want a fantastic place to hang out in the evening without the big bus tour groups, then come over to the back canals known as Fundamentas for a guaranteed fun evening.
Cannaregio is also home to the 16th century legend Tintoretto. The Venetian master was born right here in this neighborhood. He's buried here, he lived and worked here, and it's hard to imagine someone who's so prolific in art and an absolute legend and synonymous with the Venetian school that he only left Venice one time. And that, my friends, is interessante. Interessante.
Remember, in Venice there are not only restaurants, Cicchetti bars, and baccaros, there's also little stands like this where you can hang out for a quick drink and snack and really get to know the charismatic Venetian people.
Well, it's been a memorable and magical time here in Venice, definitely a once-in-a-lifetime experience. I'm Angel Castellanos for the tour guide. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and ring that bell so you can find our next video. Happy travels.